Hey everyone, sorry I'm late for the Mike Rosehart show. We were out exploring New York City and yeah, I completely just got back just now with the kids and realized that I was late on trying to get on for 7 o'clock. So apologies for that, but for the first time in a year and a half, looks like I might be a little bit late for the Mike Rosehart show. I'm in New York City in a hotel here in the Marriott, just doing a little bit of vacation. Yesterday, we were on the Tamron Hall Daily Show, which was an amazing experience. My wife and I got to go on, so check that out if you haven't heard about it already. It was my first real TV experience. I brought my mom with too, which was awesome to help with the kids. So I was blessed to be able to afford to pay for her to come as well. We got 2 suites. We went and got our own hotel after. But yeah, I got another suite over here, and then another suite over here. And we actually have a view of, check this bridge out. You can't really see. It's not the best view because, you know, frugal. Just took whatever we could get, but you guys can see that maybe? Maybe not. Anyway, I wanted to chat in this video about, you know, just what's been up. I haven't talked to you guys in a week, and share a little bit about my experience with that. It's been really cool on being, you know, backstage ABC Studios and going on the Tamron Hall Daily Show. It went really quick, and I feel like I didn't get a chance to, or I know I didn't get a chance to get everything I wanted to get out in the open. The questions I felt were a bit focused on the frugality aspect and less about like understanding fire, but I'm okay with that because the mainstream, you know, they don't necessarily understand all of the nuances to fire. They don't understand that like it's really about getting rid of the stuff and focusing on the experiences and getting rid of, you know, the negative stuff in your life, like, you know, debt, and getting rid of, you know, the daily Starbucks habit, for instance. You get rid of that and you'd be way better off to, you know, remove that from your life and put something else in its position. Sorry, I'm just gonna set my phone down here. So yeah, it's one of those things where you've got to decide what's important in your life, right? And I think that's the biggest piece to the fire movement that I didn't get out on screen that I wanted to. They made it sound like it's a lot about deprivation and like sacrifice, and like, okay, it is. There is some sacrifice, but in my opinion, a lot of the sacrifice is really just, I don't know, how do I call it? Like a change of lifestyle. Like where I would normally have gone to Starbucks in the morning, I now will walk through. If I lived in New York, I'd walk through Central Park instead, maybe with a friend. And in that half-hour time I used to stand in line and wait for my Starbucks and blah, 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 I would now have like an extra $5 in my pocket every single day, which equates to, I was supposed to mention this on the air but forgot, 2 years of working. Like if you do $5 a day, right? $5 a day equates to about $1,800 a year, which equates to about $45,000 you need in your retirement portfolio to retire while spending the Starbucks money, right? And it takes you longer to get there as well. So it's actually longer than 2 years. But the average person, it's like, if you run the numbers, that's amazing. Like you can shave 2 years off your retirement just by cutting out Starbucks. So you can get down from a 2-car family to a 1-car family. Boom, there's 5-10 years less you have to work. So people are making the choice unconsciously. They're not thinking about it, but they're making choices that are costing them, basically, it adds up to their whole life having to work. It's the reason that our parents' generation only had one person working for the most part, right? Like, or our grandparents' generation only had one person working for the most part. And it's because of, you know, there weren't a lot of fast food restaurants. People didn't spend the way they spend today. So, yeah, that's sort of my 2-second rant. I would have loved to have had the longer to answer a lot of the questions and explain more about the fire movement, what it's really about. But I was glad to get the exposure. Apparently over 1 million viewers, so that's really cool. I forgot to plug Instagram and YouTube, so got like no new people joining us there, but that's okay. If you guys have any questions, shoot them down below. Apologies that we are on an hour later than normal, but for those people who missed it, you're probably just gonna catch the replay, and I'll see you on the replay. Jump in the comments and say hi if you're just catching the replay now. And if I'm coming in loud and clear, let me know. Jump in the chat and let me know that I am coming in loud and clear. But yeah, if I don't have any questions, I'm just going to keep this super short because, again, we are on vacation. We're on holiday, and I don't want to spend too long. My daughter's just out downstairs getting some ice cream and things like that. So I want to do this before she gets back, ideally. That way we don't have a child running around who shouldn't be on YouTube. But yeah, if you guys don't have any questions, I'm just going to like do a quick recap of like what's been up in my life. The house is almost done. We're really excited to have it all finished off. I put a lot of my things to bed that I've been working on recently. So I've had a lot more free time to just like think and focus on like self-improvement, and that's been great. It's one of my main goals in 2020, as you guys know, is focusing on like the self-improvement aspect. And a piece of that has been working with my mentees, and they've been doing amazing. Like the 4 full-time mentees that live in the basement of my house. It's been amazing working with those guys and seeing some progress with their journey, and that's been a big focus. So that and more family time, more time to enjoy life and focus on those things. So yeah, all is good. New York is good. Today was an insanely busy day. We went to Staten Island. We basically there's a free basically ferry that goes to Staten Island from Manhattan, and so we had to see all of like Lady Liberty and all like the Statue of Liberty basically, right? And all the skyline and the best shots. And believe it or not, someone had hired a tour guide that was right beside us, and we get to experience a free tour guide, which is like another frugal win. And yeah, did all that, and it was like nothing for a transit pass. So we toured across New York, went down to like see the bull. I have tons of pictures I'm gonna post about that. And yeah, like went to Wall Street and checked that out, which was really fun. And then the Trade Center, World Trade Center Memorial, and then we went down to Empire State Building and just all around like Times Square, and then took the transit back and had some food and stuff. So the girls loved it. It was a great experience. New York has been amazing. Not to like crap on New York now, but like the other side of it is that, like, watching people in New York just like commenting on like how people in New York live. I noticed like the stress levels are really high. People are like generally rude. Compared to like Canada, there isn't like that hospitality factor. People are very much in their own world and dialed into that, and like I respect that, but at the same time I don't love it. Like I don't love the culture that I'm feeling here. But the other thing is just like the cost of living here is so high. Even like food costs, everything is just higher than what it is back home. And half a million people in London, Ontario, totally different than what we've got going on in New York, right? So it's a good experience, great place to visit for a week, but I am missing home. Excited to get back to the little Rosehart mansion or manor, McMansion, I guess you'd call it. I'm really excited just to be home. I miss our dog, and I just like I'm a homebody. I like hanging out with people in my network and my group. Most people don't understand fire. They don't appreciate the frugality. And New York, more than ever, they do not appreciate frugality. They're very much a spendy culture here, is what I've seen anyway. So maybe it's just because I'm in the tourist areas. Maybe it's just who I run into. But I'm really excited to be able to come to New York and have this experience and share that, the word that fire is possible in New York. I've had someone reach out. There's a fire meetup in New Jersey, I believe. So that's pretty cool. Check that out. If you're in the local area and you're watching, go check that out. And if you're watching right now, jump in the comments and let me know you can hear me. Let me know it's actually broadcasting okay. I am on hotel Wi-Fi, which like hotel Wi-Fi is like notoriously bad. And I'm on the 14th or whatever, 15th floor. So it's, it's again, even more spotty. So apologies for likely a bad stream. I don't know. I'll have to watch the replay. You guys have to tell me how it went. But yeah, that's what's been up in my life, and that's my sharing and reflection. Hopefully you guys are all doing well, and I look forward to sharing more about the experience I've had here. And if you follow me along on Instagram at Mike Rosehart, MikeRoSehart, I'm on there 6, 8, 10 times a day posting what's up in my life on my stories. So they disappear in 24 hours, but you can kind of follow along. I do a lot of sharing on Instagram. That's the best place to catch me if you want to hear like the in-depth and daily of what I'm thinking and get the pulse of what's been going on. So that's what's been up in my world right now. And if you guys have any questions about the fire movement, you want to learn more, just like expanding my channel right now, that's amazing. Welcome to my channel. Hope I can share more. Whoa, we lost the iPhone. Yeah, so that's all I have. If you want to learn more and share more, put it in the comments and let's talk about it. What do you want to talk about with the fire movement? What is it that you want to learn more about or discuss? So anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and sorry I'm late on the stream. I don't see any comments popping up, so I don't know if it's the Wi-Fi or it's just my phone, but I see no comments. So I'm going to assume that the Wi-Fi is terrible and that YouTube doesn't want me to see any comments. So sorry for that, but I'm going to wrap it all up. Good night, everyone. Remember, the secret to unlocking a wealthier you, I've said this 150 times now, probably more, is to spend less, earn more, to maximize your returns. Bye, everyone.